Hello, I'm Britt, creator of The Style Shaker, and today I am back with a little get ready with me sesh. I'm going to be using a bowl full of ILIA cosmetics because that's what I do. I use a bowl full of makeup to put it on my face every morning. Always in a bowl, it's not a plate. We'll talk. Try out some new to me ILIA products. The brand was kind enough to send me a ton of products, which I'm very excited about. So some of these will be first impressions, some of these will just be my all-time favorites because I have quite a few favorites from the brand. So if you want to get ready with me, grab a cup of whatever you feel like drinking, coffee, tea. Let's get into it. Yeah. I've already caffeinated today. I'm getting ready to go to the farmer's market and it's a big fashion event, so we want to look both together. Links to everything that I use will be in the description below. YouTube just switched all that up, so it's a little bit harder to get and hit that tiny arrow on the right. I will probably start putting links to the products that I use in the little bookmarks that slide out. That's what that means, bookmarks. I've already prepped. I did a mask, a little bit of Evolve, and then I used this Indie Lee clay mask on the bridge of my nose just because I needed to get the pores situated there, and it does a really good job. I love this stuff. This was new. This is their lip scrub. This gets those lips redder. But if you see a little redness on my face, first of all, it's always there. Second of all, it's because I did those scrubs and the mask. I did a mask and a scrub. Actually, I did 2 masks. Get it together. This is their lip mask, hydrating lip mask. I've been using it almost every morning. Sorry, I keep forgetting, I keep hitting my stuff on the counter and it makes a noise. And you would think after 600 videos, I would have figured that out. Alas, no. But anyway, I really like that lip mask. It is in the morning, it's sunny. I've been trying not to film actually in the morning because it's hard to control sun in this room. But if you see light fluctuating, that's what's happening. The sun's out, the fun's out. Let's just embrace it, shall we? I have SPF on the face and I'm going to apply the True Skin Serum Concealer. I'm literally chewing the grains from the lip scrub, which is delicious. It's not really delicious. Yes, they have a foundation. Yes, they have a True Serum Skins, whatever. They have a skin tint. But today I'm just gonna go with the base of SPF and use the concealer to be my complexion coverage. It's just easier, keep it simple. It's fun. See how well that covers? I love this stuff. A lot of people like the Kosas for this as well. I found the conditioner, no. I found the texture on the Kosas to be creamy, but it for some reason just doesn't settle into my skin super well. I usually have to use a sponge. It's an extra step. I'd rather use a brush. Personal call. And voila. A little bit of redness there. Get out the redness. Get out. I was just watching the Great British Baking Show, which is back, new episodes, but then it started going into the old episodes because I already finished the first episode and I have to wait another week and it's like I can't binge it, which is probably healthier. So I started watching that this morning and it was one of the showstopper rounds. I don't know if you're familiar with the show, but if you're not, there are 3 rounds in every episode and the final round is the showstopper. So everybody's competing and they're trying to do a wow. They're having a wow moment with their baked goods. There was one contestant and he was going above and beyond and he was really trying to do the most. A technical cake that was incredibly unrealistic, and I related to him a lot because I felt like that's something I would do. I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna do the Sistine Chapel of cakes. I know there's not enough time. I'm gonna do it because it's hard and I wanna show that I can do that. Not just to show my skill, but also like, oh my gosh, you can do that. And so this guy was similar to that. He wasn't exactly that. I'm gonna put eyeliner on really fast. And my mom's calling. Hi.
Hey, I just was FaceTiming with Vera.
Cute.
She's hysterical. She's now figuring out she can hold that rag, you know, in her hand and move it around. And she's like discovering this. And it's like so cute.
It's like she's understanding she can grab things now.
Right. And there's also, I noticed, she's sitting in her bouncer chair. I mean, it's hysterical.
I know. She's so cute. Bye. Okay, what was I saying? Where was I? I'm just setting the concealer because, by the way, it will crease on you. Even if you put a thin layer of it on, I find that this concealer creases unless I set it, for me. So if you have oily lids, you'll probably want to set it. So this guy's doing the most with his cake. He's going above and beyond with this cake. And you just start to feel for him because you see that he's bitten off more than he can chew. But he keeps going for it, and at the end, he doesn't actually succeed in the grandiose vision, and the feedback is scale back so you can accomplish what you really want to accomplish and show what you can do. Not just that you can do a lot, but that what you can do is enough. I just kind of felt like that was a very interesting metaphor for life, especially for me if I'm biting off more than I can chew in a situation. It's usually because, you know, I probably have youngest sibling syndrome, maybe a little bit. I have an older brother of 2 years. And in a way, I'm also competitive like that with him. I'm not like that with most people. I tone it down quite a bit. But with him, I'm like, oh, he made the volcano in 4th grade. I can make a volcano. And then you have my brother who's like, let me help you make the right volcano. And I'm like, I'm gonna make the best volcano. He's just trying to be kind and help, and I'm competing. So anyway, I was watching this guy on the Great British Baking Show, and I felt for him, and I do this quite a bit with this channel too. It's like, I'm gonna do all the videos and best thing you've ever seen, and then I just exhaust myself, and I would have been able to spend that time sticking to what I love or enjoy and learning and getting better. It doesn't mean you don't still challenge yourself, or I'm not still challenging myself, but it's the easy button, not the lazy button, in my opinion, at least. I don't know if you can relate to this, but it's definitely the easier button. It makes life a little bit easier. It doesn't mean the challenge isn't still there, and it doesn't mean hard work isn't going to come into play, but certainly for me at this stage in my life, I feel like I just watched this show and I went, I totally understand, bro. Even though he's super, super British. Probably doesn't say bro. That's okay. I don't either. I don't even know why I'm saying it right now, but I am. If you have not seen that show and you need something to decompress with, calm down with, it's the best. You may find yourself wanting a cupcake at the end of it, but still, it's okay. I'm just happy they have a new season out. Also, I'm really, really enjoying the ILIA Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I have this in Fresco. So good for an everyday shade. You see how well that just went on? And it gripped on top of the concealer really nicely. I have it in a lavender shade because if you know me, you know if there's something lavender, I'm going to buy it because I have an obsession. But we're gonna test this out and see if it creases throughout the day. But it just kind of adds a little dimension to the eye. It does not fussy, it just does its thing. I also love the eyeliner. This is a new to me eyeliner. It is their Clean Line Gel Liner. I have this in Dusk. It's a competitor for the jojoba eye pencil from Air Perez because I'm obsessed with it. Now we have the Limitless Lash Mascara. I have an old Limitless Lash Mascara here. Okay, so I have this old one and I can't use it anymore because it's definitely, you don't want to do that with mascaras. And I was like, this brush is different. It's not. I didn't realize it had a very straight side to it. Help kind of lengthen. But yeah. This one just still wins over their new volumizing or fullest volume. I forget all the names to all these products, but I just did a comparison between the two, so you've probably already seen it. If not, I'll put the link below. Still one of my favorites. It's brand spanking new, so it needs like a week to thicken up a bit. We'll get there. Speaking of making life easier and easy buttons, it's just a funny week. Maybe it was the full moon, I don't know, but I went to Fresh Market, which is a grocery chain here, and it's cute. It's like a boutique kind of Whole Foods-ish. I don't know, it's cute. And I'm walking around. It's really great for just kind of browsing. Not like I ever do that anymore, but I'm getting back into it. And I'm walking around and I see that they have rotisserie chickens in this glass case. And I thought, okay, I'll get a chicken. I'm looking at the glass case. I'm looking behind the bar where everybody, the associates work, and they help you. Nobody was there. He was on the other side of it. So I was just standing there waiting. And I'm looking at the case and I'm looking at which chicken I want. And there weren't that many in the case. They were at the very bottom. And so I thought, okay, you know what? He's busy. Let's just let him do his thing. and I will reach in and get a chicken. And so I'm feeling around this glass case. There's no handle. And I'm like, huh. And it says caution, hot. And I was like, huh, this is a weird setup. So I go under the case where there's this little silver lip, and I thought, oh, it lifts. And I start lifting the case. Because for some reason I'm thinking that's a positive idea. And yeah, my hands are kind of hot. It's a little hot. And I thought, again, seems like it could be a liability, but no one's stopping me. So I lift this sucker up, grab a chicken, and have to like squirm it out. And then as the thing is coming down, as I'm putting it down, the guy runs across the case and he's like, ma'am, 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 which also, I get I'm in the South, but the ma'am thing, it's always just weird for me. Polite, yet odd for someone who's not used to it. Anyway, he's running at me and I'm like, uh-oh, did the right thing. He goes, no, ma'am, the chickens are all behind you. You can't lift up that case. It's hot. And I was like, oh, well, I got it. I'm good. Thank you. I turn around and I see a beautiful, beautiful kiosk of chickens, of rotisserie chickens. And there's all different kinds. There were just 2 or 3 in the case, and I thought that's weird. And it was $5 rotisserie chicken day. I didn't know. I had no idea. And they literally were it was like, here's the assembly line. Here's the special bag. Here's how to grab them. It was all there for me, but I was looking at the case and the opposite way. I made it really, really hard on myself. And I felt like that was a really wonderful metaphor for life in general, because if I had have just changed my perspective, if I'd have just looked behind me, as a matter of fact, if I had just turned around, just turned around, I would have avoided hot hands, and I would have seen that there were so many options. There was like not just the lemon herb or the rosemary white wine. I mean, there were lots of good flavors. There was barbecue, there was regular, there was lemon pepper. There were all these flavors, and I only saw 2 flavors. So anyway, you guys can probably tell where I'm going with this. Wow, that was an intense application of bronzer. Do you see that? That's amazing. Easy button. Take a look around. Avoiding tunnel vision, which I can certainly do quite a bit. I get a goal in mind, or I get this vision in mind and I go towards it, and gotta help you if you get in my way. Once I make up my mind, it takes me a while for me to make up my mind. Once I make up my mind, it's like, bye, go time. I forget to come up and look around and see what's around me and question it and go, is there a better way? I do that, but sometimes I just am like, is there a better way to do this thing as opposed to adjusting? Anyway, it's just really funny. So I just laughed at myself. I laughed my way out of that store, and he was probably like, she's crazy. What in God's name was she thinking? I was thinking, tunnel vision. I'm gonna get that chicken. This seems like a weird setup, but I'm gonna get it. That's what I was thinking. See how it's more of a warm bronze, but it's very highly pigmented. So if you're not a big bronzer person, you can work with it because it's pressed. It can be a little much for somebody, I'm sure. I don't mind it. It's not my favorite bronzer, but I don't mind it. I've used it. Hello. Look at that sucker. It's a mess. I think we got there. I can't tell if things are a little splotchy on my face because my skin's a little angry at me. Diet. It was diet stuff. It was nutrition was what I was eating. Or I'm screwing up my application, but I think it's because my skin's just a little pissed. Plus I just did a mask, so sometimes it needs a minute. But I was anxious to film this, so it didn't take a minute. And now, finally, the lip. I tested their Balmy Tint Hydrating Lip Balm. I'm gonna have the most hydrated lips at the farmer's market for sure. So if you see me there, just be like, hey girl, nice hydrated lips. And I'll be like, thank you. This is in shade Lullaby. You know what it feels like is the Hane Organics lip balm. That's a little bit cheaper, by the way. Ugh, it feels so good. It feels like velvet butter. It feels like buttercream. Oh my God, it feels just like buttercream. Hi, tying it all back to the Great British Baking Show. I have Runaway and Memoir, and those 2 shades are very similar. I liked this because it was a little bit more pink. Those are a little bit more brick red. But I'll do a scorecard for that soon. And if I wanted, I could take a little bit of that and put the redness back on my cheeks that I tried to get rid of. But I just want to show you the multitasker element. Fabulous. That's all she wrote. Some people do eye makeup before they do concealer, which I can totally appreciate. Some people do powder before they do foundation. There's no rules. It's really just about what works for your skin, your face, your life, whatever. I'm getting it cut soon. I can't handle the length. You take a couple of supplements and wham, grateful for it. Oh wait, no, I do. I'm gonna use their blue light spray. And I can feel it bubbling on my skin. So it's protecting me from screen time. Does it work? I don't know. It's supposed to hydrate and set and protect from blue light. I don't really buy the blue light thing, but that's just me being snarky, so it could very well help with that. I'm into the hydration and setting, so we'll see how that goes. The cocoa kind one I still really like though. It's a little bit different of a use, but I happen to like that a lot too. I'll talk about it in a roundup maybe and compare the two. Almost 100% ILIA except for the prep and the brows. I use some Kosas products there. Hope you had some fun getting ready with me today and listening to my random chicken stories. I'm gonna go put all this away and head to the farmer's market. I wish you a wonderful day filled with a little bit of joy, a couple of smiles, some pockets of joy, maybe some fresh farmer's market vegetables, fruit, maybe a pie. I've gone on a tangent. Thanks for watching. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to keep seeing them come through every week. Bye.